This is your standard California patch that everyone knows with the square edges. This is my new and improved California patch 2.0 with the beveled 45-degree edges. Now, I'm basing this off if you watch my channel before, you'll notice I do a lot of patching like this, where I cut out the hole to a square, cut my edges to a 45-degree angle on both the existing and the new piece, and then I stick in that patch. Now, why do I do that? So it doesn't fall into the wall. And what it's also doing is adding strength. So if anyone should fall against the wall, or maybe one day want to hang a picture or drill a hole for a wall plug or something, they're not going to, and they end up doing it right in the middle of that patch, they're not going to push the patch in. So once that's dry and set, I put some fiber fuse over it and coat it up, and obviously give that a few coats, and that's how I do my patches for most of the time if I don't have any timber to support it behind. So that's how I do my patches if you see my channel. Now, what I'm doing is I'm sort of trying to do a combination of both, because what happens with that patch that I do there, I have to then go back and put the tape over it. But the beauty of the California patch is you're using the paper as the tape, so you sort of don't need to do that extra step that I do. So what I've come up with is the California patch 2.0, where we bevel our edges as I'm doing here. We've got our redundant electrical socket, which we don't need anymore. So we're just going to patch it up. We're going to do the California patch, but we're going to bevel our edges. So standard sort of thing. But first we cut our edges on the existing board to 45-degree angle all around. Then we hold up our bit of plasterboard, and we're just going to line up those outer edges and then just score the back of the plasterboard as I'm doing here. Then we're just going to very gently snap the plasterboard, and we're just going to peel off the plaster, I guess, and leave the face paper on the front. That's going to act as our tape for when we stick the patch in. Now, California patches have been around forever, so what I'm doing is I'm sort of updating it, giving it a bit more strength, because what can happen was when you put those patches in, as it is there, it's the standard one with the square edges, it can sort of push in a bit, it can fall in if you're just using a air drying compound to stick it in. It's not very strong, so if someone does want to put a wall plug in or hang a picture right where that is, then you might end up sort of cracking it or tapping it in once you're sort of hammering in a nail or something like that. So just adding these 45-degree corners are just going to stop that from happening. It's just going to stop it falling into the wall. It's just going to make it a bit stronger. So I think it's better. This is improving what's been around forever, just by tweaking it a little bit, just giving it a bit of extra strength. Now, obviously when I do my other patches, I can see if it's sort of not fitting in right. It needs to fit in nice, and it doesn't want to be proud, so we don't want it sticking out. We want to make sure it's just sitting below the surface. So once we put our plaster on, it's not going to be bulging out. So with my other ones, I can actually see where it needs to be trimmed up, but because this has got the paper on the face, we can't see. So we've got to sort of have a look from behind. But you can see there that it's not going to fall into the wall. So that's it there. That's the California patch 2.0. That's how it looks. Our 45-degree edges. And again, I just want to mark which way is up, so I know, because if I put it in the other way, it probably won't fit. So I've got some cornice adhesive here. This is a bonding compound, so it's like a glue, and that's going to give it extra strength as well, rather than just your standard pre-mixed air drying plaster. This stuff sits rock hard, and it's bonding, and it's a glue, so I like to put plenty on over the paper. That's where it sticks its best, and plus just push it down into those beveled edges, just in case that face paper is coming away a little bit. You want to squeeze it all into those gaps. We don't want any air bubbles. And that's just going to fit into our hole nicely. And if anyone in the future leans on that or knocks it accidentally, it's not going to knock in. It's those edges are going to stop that from happening. Plus all that bonding plaster as well is giving it strength behind. It's tying it all together. And there we have our tape already on, so we're just going to clean that off, and that's pretty much it. That's the California Patch 2.0. Tape done. So that's eliminating a step from my previous patch that I showed at the beginning there. So I don't have to come back and tape that up. It's already taped up. And that is super strong. You can hear how strong that is just tapping on it. Doesn't sound loose. It's not going to fall in. And that's my California Patch 2.0. I'd love to know what you think. Are you going to do this in the future? Is it worth doing? Is it a good idea? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and if you want to watch some more patching videos, I have plenty more on this channel. Here's a playlist. Go through it, watch them all, see what you think, and please subscribe if you're not already. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one, guys.